Welcome to the Vibrant Guide podcast, where we share stories of inspiring individuals who have turned their passions into successful ventures. I'm your host, Anna, and today we have an incredible guest with us. Our guest today, Mikkel, has been a coach for 5 years and recently authored the book Soar by Living Your Life. This book is a powerful call to ditch perfectionism and pursue the life that you truly want. Please welcome Mikkel.
Hello, Anna. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. So let's just dive right in and get started with your journey. So you've been a coach for 5 years. Can you share what initially drew you to coaching and how your journey has kind of evolved over time?
Yes, so it has been a journey for sure. So I have an engineering degree, so my background's in engineering, went into sales and project management. And then about 10 years ago, I threw up my hands and been like, this is not it. Like something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. So I backpacked in California for 6 months, going in and out of the backcountry, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And there I found that I wanted to help people and be outdoors. So I moved out to Utah from California and started at a wilderness therapy program where I backpacked with kids and worked on their therapy outdoors. And there I learned all about your mindset, your thoughts and your beliefs and your emotions and how they affect how you show up on a daily basis. It's like, oh, this would have been super helpful when I was in sales, when I was doing all the different things I was doing before. So then I've taken that, and that's the basis of my coaching, where I started from. And it has developed and grown since then, from the mindset work to human design to business coaching to so many different things that really get to help people at the root of their issues and what they're facing in their lives and businesses.
That's awesome. Can you talk a little bit more about kind of what led you to that decision to go backpacking for 6 months? Because that is a pretty big decision, you know? So what was kind of your thought process besides that?
Yeah, one of my friends, my old colleagues at the time, he told me about this wilderness therapy program. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like that combines the outdoors and the helping people. But I was like, I really haven't, that was the first time that I backpacked, really. I backpacked one time before, and I was like, if I'm going to do this, I really need to be able to go backpacking and enjoy it and have fun with it.
Right.
So I started to go more and more and more, and I was like, okay, yes, I can do this and I can have fun with it all too.
That's incredible. Wow. Yeah, that's such a big decision. How does that kind of tie into your coaching today? You know, how do you utilize the things that you learned in your backpacking?
Yes, it's been interesting because when you're out there all by yourself, you're all by yourself. There's one moment where I was hiking up a steep hill. I was going back and forth, a switchback, being like, okay, and in my mind thinking about the miles I was doing and the plan that I had for the trip. I was like, things are not adding up. I was like, that just doesn't make sense. And so on the other side of it, I was like, I sat down with the map and I was like, this is not where I had intended to go. Like, this is not, I did not add up the miles right. And so that's one of the things that I bring to my client, is making sure that there's a plan that actually makes sense. And it's so fun because we can get so in the weeds as business owners ourselves, of thinking like, oh, I got to do this and this and this. It gets spread so thin. But when you're able to zoom out and see the bigger picture of being like, okay, like how many miles can I do in a day? Like, what is it that I need to do to be able to get the results that I want to in my life and my business without killing myself?
Yeah.
That's where you can come back and be like, okay, yeah, this is what I can do to be able to create what I want in my life.
For sure. I feel like not, spreading yourself too thin and creating realistic goals is something that's so important. So what are some common, themes or issues that you see among your clients, and how do you help them address those issues?
Yeah, one of the biggest ones is stress and overwhelm. And I see the biggest symptom with that is doing things that they don't love and what they feel like they have to do, where they have to post on social media, they have to show up in certain ways to their business that's actually draining them. So I pull back and be like, okay, what is it that you actually enjoy? What do you like? And with that, I use their human design so I understand who they are and how they work. So then be able to be like, okay, these are things that you can actually do that are going to lighten your load. That, you might want to outsource this thing because you don't enjoy it. It's not made for you. And that will allow you time to write the book that you've always thought of, to make the blog post that you love writing, do all these things that you love to do. And so it's reprioritizing and reevaluating what we think is a thing that needs to be done to get the success that we need.
That's a really interesting approach. So how do you stay motivated and inspired in your own life when you are helping people so much?
Yes. So it's funny. I saw someone personal messaged me on Facebook the other day, and it was like, I'll help you get 15 to 20 sales calls a day and be able to grow your business and everything. And I'm like, cool. I